I have been happily married to my husband, Liam, for 7 years, and honestly, our life would be perfect if it weren't for one person, his sister, Veronica. While I initially tried to befriend her, it quickly became clear that she was manipulative and deeply possessive of her brother. The hostility started early. Before we met, Veronica constantly tried to force Liam back together with his ex-girlfriends or set him up with her own friends, refusing to accept his autonomy. When Liam and I started dating, she was cold and would aggressively bring up his past relationships during family dinners just to make me uncomfortable. She even stalked my social media, reporting inappropriate photos to Liam, which we mostly laughed off. The breaking point of her passive aggression occurred during our wedding preparations. Veronica was relentlessly critical, mocking my choices in front of Liam's mother, Eleanor. I finally snapped and uninvited her, but after a forced apology, we allowed her to attend to keep the peace. We should have kept the ban. On our wedding day, amidst a theme of soft pastels, Veronica arrived wearing a floor-length black gown and a funeral veil. She wandered around the reception telling guests she was mourning the loss of her brother. Robert and Eleanor eventually kicked her out, and we went no contact for a long time. We only let her back in specifically to bond with our son, Leo, after she suffered a tragic miscarriage, hoping she had changed. Years passed, and despite some bumps in the road, including a time she tried to convince everyone I was having an affair because I carried gym clothes in my car, we maintained a fragile truce. Recently, Liam and I received wonderful news: I was pregnant again. We decided to keep it a secret until Liam's birthday party, which was being hosted at his parents' estate. Veronica arrived at the party, seemingly a changed woman. She apologized to me for her past behavior, claiming therapy had helped her, and was surprisingly warm throughout the event. During the cake cutting, Liam and I announced our pregnancy. While the rest of the family cried tears of joy, Veronica looked stunned and angry before storming off. Later, during lunch, I was seated when Veronica approached me with a wide smile and a plate of food. She announced loudly that she wanted to serve me personally as a peace offering and to celebrate the baby. I accepted it graciously, but when I looked down, I saw the dish was loaded with shrimp. Veronica knows I have a severe, life-threatening allergy to shellfish. Disappointed but not wanting to cause a scene, I set the plate aside. Just then, Veronica's husband, Marcus, walked over. Seeing I wasn't eating, he offered to take the plate off my hands since he loved shrimp. I handed it to him, and he began to eat. 5 minutes later, chaos erupted. Marcus began retching and collapsed to the floor. Veronica rushed over, checked the plate, and looked at me with pure terror in her eyes, asking if I had given him my food. As the ambulance rushed Marcus away, we learned the terrifying truth: he had been poisoned. The aftermath was a nightmare. Marcus was recovering in the hospital, but the police were involved immediately. I was terrified because I had handed Marcus the plate, but my in-laws, pragmatic as ever, decided to check the security cameras installed around their property. The footage was undeniable. It showed Veronica tampering with the food and specifically handing that plate to me. Confronted with the evidence by the police, Veronica broke down. She didn't even try to deny it. It turned out Veronica was pregnant herself and had planned to announce it at the party. When we announced our news first, she was consumed by a jealous rage, feeling we had stolen her moment. She admitted to lacing the food with rat poison, claiming she only wanted to send me to the hospital to ruin the day, not realizing her own husband would eat it. The fallout was absolute. Marcus, horrified by his wife's actions, filed for divorce and pressed charges. Veronica is now serving a prison sentence for food tampering and endangerment. She tried to blame me during the trial, saying it was my fault for switching the plates, but the judge didn't buy it. Today, our family is healing. Marcus is doing well and remains a close friend to us. Liam and I welcomed a healthy baby girl, and our home is finally peaceful, free from the shadow of his sister.